Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to script to get your specific person. Okay, I have gotten a lot of questions about how exactly I script, and I'm going to break it down literally in blocks. Okay, like I have my script here ready to go, and I even have notes on the side here, and I'm going to be uploading an image of this in the comments below. You can't actually upload an image, but you can link it to an image hosting site. So I'm going to be posting the link in the comments below. And yeah, so before getting started with telling you my exact affirmations, I just want to start off by saying manifesting an SP is really easy. Okay, it's a lot easier than you think. I had a lot of success manifesting my SP in the recent months, and then I'm like now currently dating, like officially dating, like with labels and everything, an SP that I manifested after like literally months of no contact. Okay, so if I can do it, you can. Literally, this is my assumption of myself, I guess. I'm really stubborn, and it took me, I was under the impression that like, oh my gosh, this can't happen, I'm not seeing any movement, I'm freaking out, like, all these thoughts that you might be having, and let me tell you, it does work out in the end. Okay, I promise you, like, spoiler alert, they do come back, you do get your SP. Reality is permeable. Okay, as I always say in my other videos, we live in a world or universe or whatever where there's infinite dimensions, there's infinite realities. Okay, and I was able to jump into the reality where I have my SP, where I have this amazing job that pays me a lot, where I'm with my family, friends, and overall, like, I'm really happy. Okay, and there were times where I didn't think that I would get to this stage, but if I can get here again, you can as well. Okay, nothing is beyond your control, nothing is beyond changing. Okay, all your desires are literally out there waiting for you. Okay, and something else that I do want to point out is that this is law of assumption. We practice law of assumption here on this channel, so we don't chase, we don't even attract, we just know that it's ours. Okay, we're not attracting anything because whatever we want, it already exists. Like, you've already created it. Okay, I guess you can say you're attracting it to your actual reality, you're honestly, I would just say, like, you're just shifting into the dimension, you're shifting into the reality where you have everything that you want. Okay, you don't attract, you don't chase, you create. Okay, you are the creator of your reality, you decide. Okay, so whatever works best for you. But yeah, I mean, I do want to point out that this is not law of attraction, so I'm not going to be talking about vibrational frequencies and matching a vibrational frequency to, matching the vibrational frequency of the desire that you're trying to manifest. I don't even think that's true. Okay, I used to think that way. I got started with my manifesting journey using the law of attraction, and I'm gonna be real with you, I didn't really get anywhere. Okay, I think I was stuck with that law of attraction, like in that law of attraction mentality for like literally 1.5 years, and I'm not saying I didn't manifest anything. I did manifest certain things, but they wouldn't like stay, I wouldn't be able to keep them. The minute I found out about law of assumption, I started changing my assumptions about certain things. I started changing my assumptions about relationships, love, men, money, and I was able to manifest so much abundance. It is not hard. Okay, being a millionaire is not hard, being famous is not hard, getting your SP is not hard, being in a happy committed relationship with your SP is not hard. There's so many people out there that do it. Okay, if you think it's hard, you just could be around people or around situations that make it seem that way. So it's up to you to really change your mindset, to change your mentality about those limiting beliefs that you might have regarding whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. Okay, and the whole thing about vibrational frequency, that's actually not true. You don't have to match whatever vibrational frequency you're trying to attract, because I have seen a lot of instances of empaths attracting like narcissists, and they're definitely not on the same vibrational frequency, whatever that even means. I don't even know if that's something that can actually be measured. Yeah, but the thing is, you just have to, first of all, change your self-concept, okay? And I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be going more in depth, and you have to change your assumption about the thing that it is that you're trying to manifest. If you're not getting your SP, you could have some sort of assumption that, you know, your SP doesn't want you, or, you know, love is hard, or it's hard to manifest a person, or something specific might have happened with your SP, and like that's still like your dominant assumption or your underlying assumption, okay? And it is up to you to change that, and the best way for you to change that is to affirm and persist, okay? Persist in your affirmations. Consistency will get you to everywhere you're going, okay? Consistency is what's really going to help you get whatever it is that you want. And also, something I want to point out is that there is always movement, okay? Don't think that there isn't movement. The minute you start affirming, the minute you start putting, you know, your thoughts into, you know, in alignment with your desires. The minute you start thinking from the end, living from the end, changing your assumptions about certain things, you know, thinking that you're worthy of your desires, you will get your desires. Your SP will conform. In fact, if you are someone that is manifesting your specific person right now, they're thinking of you, okay? Things are happening. There's a lot happening behind the scenes that you might not see just yet, but I promise you, you will see them soon enough, okay? I also do tarot readings, like into astrology. I guess it's my assumption that some of those things are true, okay? I talk a lot about the 12th house, which is the unseen realm, things that you don't see. You don't have to believe in astrology at all. I'm just saying, like, you know, there does exist a realm where there's a lot of things that are happening, you know, aka just like behind the scenes. And then, you know, there's the 3D world, which a lot of people get really distracted by, and a lot of people they give too much attention to that 3D world, okay? And that's kind of what might make them feel a little bit dejected, and feeling like nothing's moving, that they're not getting anywhere, feeling anxious, stressed about like whatever they're seeing. First of all, the 3D is an illusion, okay? It's just one reality that you're experiencing, okay? Do not be fooled by the 3D. The 3D is literally just your old beliefs and thoughts and dominant assumptions playing out, okay? And if you see something in your 3D you don't like, then you just have to consider that as a purge of your old thoughts. And a lot of the times, you know, this is just my assumption, like when things do go, you know, the negative direction, like they do go downhill or whatever, I think that that's when things are actually going to happen. That's when things are going to shift. That's when things are going to change. Or if you notice some sort of stagnancy, you know, my mentality is that, like, no, this is a sign that my SP is coming back. And that is actually true. That is how I got my SP back. Nothing bad happened necessarily. Nothing really went downhill. It was a very amicable breakup, and he said that he had to like work on like getting a better job. He wasn't really happy. It was a really toxic environment, and he also had back problems. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get rid of this one hair. I'm so sorry if it's like bothering you. Yeah, but he had back problems, and you know, I know that sounds like such a kind of like not cliche, but like unbelievable excuse and things like that, but I also had this assumption, you know, and I changed my assumptions that, like, you know, okay, I changed my assumptions about men. I used to think like, oh, men always lie, cheat, blah blah blah, but like, no, I'm just like, you know what, no, there are honest men out there, there are good men out there, and like this SP that I'm dating right now, he's been a good man from the start, okay, but like he had these intense back problems, and I literally affirmed for him to get rid of these back problems. I affirmed my SP is happy and healthy, my SP is holistically healthy, okay? I changed that assumption that he had back problems, and his back problems literally disappeared, okay? And like the thing is, this was true because during our no contact period, I saw that he posted this post, was it Facebook or Instagram? I don't even remember, but like he did post, no, it was definitely Facebook, yeah. That's not relevant, but he did post that, you know, he tagged his like wellness coach, or I think physical therapist, whoever they were. He literally tagged their page and said, thank you so much for, you know, helping me like heal through my back problems. It turned out like the back problem was literally like emotional, okay? It was literally mental, and like he even told me that, you know, when we met up, when we got back together. And yeah, he tagged her in that post, and this was actually like a couple months before we got back together, and that's how I knew he wasn't like, you know, BSing it. Like he wouldn't tag someone randomly and say like, hey, thanks for like, solving my back problem or helping me get through that. And yeah, that's just another example I wanted to give. Everything is mental, okay? Everything is just dependent on your state of mind, okay? So yeah, sorry, that was like a really long intro, but I did want to just, you know, put that out there because I do sometimes see comments about, you know, that are very in line with law of attraction. And the thing is, if you believe in law of attraction, that's totally fine. Personally, for me and a lot of people, we didn't really get that far with law of attraction. I'm not sure why. Maybe it was just I was getting used to it, and I wasn't used to it, and maybe it didn't work. I don't know, but I now am a believer and subscriber of the law of assumption, okay? And in fact, the law of assumption is always working. You have to know that things are always working, things are always shifting, things are always moving. There is always movement happening, and the law of assumption is always working, because even if you believe in the law of attraction, you're still using the law of assumption, because it's your assumption that law of attraction is real. Law of attraction is true. If you are religious, if someone believes in a certain philosophy or principle, technically they're not wrong in their reality, but they are using law of assumption, because it's their assumption that whatever they're believing in is true. Okay, so whatever you believe in, it will come true. Okay, or whatever you think, whatever you affirm, whatever you persist. Okay, I did talk about how you don't necessarily have to believe in your actual affirmations. Okay, if it feels unnatural, you don't have to force yourself to believe in them, but you just have to believe that the law of assumption works. Okay, you just have to believe that manifestation 100% works, because it does. That's the only truth you have to subscribe to. And it is, like, I would say that's like one of the biggest universal truths. Okay, I would say that self-love being important is a universal truth, and the law of assumption working is a universal truth. So once you change your assumptions about your person, and the way to do that is by affirming and persisting. Okay, just affirm and persist. Even if you don't believe, it's okay. Just even if you can't feel the feeling, just affirm and persist, so that you can feel that, so that you can believe that. But even then, like, I didn't really believe that, like, my SP was coming back. And again, you don't have to feel. If you do feel things, if you do believe in things, I mean, that's good for you. You're definitely on the right track, on the right path, and you will get your manifestation. But for those of you that have a hard time, I just want to put it out there that you do not have to believe or feel, because I didn't believe or feel. And one random day, my SP just hit me up. Okay, he hit me up on Halloween. I still remember, like, that feeling I got when I saw that text message on my phone. I think I was, like, walking or something. Like, I was on my, like, nightly jog and run, and I was just like, someone texted me, and then, like, I checked my text messages, and my SP was just like, oh, I don't know if you're still around, but, like, I would love to catch up, get a drink. And a long time ago, I literally manifested that my SP would say exactly that. I actually have that journal in front of me that I completely filled out. I'm on a new journal right now, by the way, and I manifested that he would ask me out, and he did, and now we're back together. And literally, this was Halloween, and we had broken up in, like, February, and I know that's a really long time of no contact, but the thing is, I didn't, like, I wasn't very, what do you call, diligent with my affirmations, and I wasn't really as on top of it as I should have been, okay, looking back. But, like, the minute I started doing just self-concept affirmations, or mostly self-concept affirmations, which I'm going to get to, I promise. This spiel is almost over, okay, but I do feel like this is important. The minute I started focusing more on self-concept affirmations is the minute things started changing. So people always ask me, how long did it take for you to get back with your SP? I would say it took, like, honestly, 3 months, okay? But the thing is, I wasn't even specifically affirming for him. He just came back, and after we broke up, like, I did miss him and stuff, but I didn't realize, like, how much I really liked him until, like, 3 months after that, okay? And, like, that's summer of 2021 is when I got, like, really on top of my thoughts, really on top of manifesting. I would script, I would, really, yeah, like I said, stay on top of my thoughts. I made a video on mental diet. You can definitely check that out. It's in my Law of Assumption series, which if you go to my channel, if you go to playlists, you'll see that. And yeah, that's when things really started changing, okay? And had I, maybe been even more focused, or just maybe done things even, okay, I don't really like thinking about, like, what I did or didn't do. I'm more of the, okay, let's just, focus on what's going on in the present, and I guess, like, the things that I want to manifest for in the future. But it definitely could have taken me less than 3 months. It just personally took me 3 months, because I feel like I had a lot of limiting beliefs and underlying assumptions that I had to, kind of get rid of. I had to relearn, like, law of attraction stuff. I think a lot of what I used to think, and, like, this would even show up in the way that I manifested, was, law of attraction principles, and it just, I don't know why, it didn't work for me. Maybe I just didn't get it. Maybe if I want, I can assume that it works for me, but, like, I don't know. I really like the law of assumption, and just the 2 things that you have to do, okay? Change your self-concept and change your assumption about your SP. Okay, now I'm finally gonna get to scripting, okay? I'm finally going to tell you how I script, and again, the picture of my scripting here of all this text that I wrote here will be in the comments below, so do look out for that link. I'm either going to use Imgur or Cloudinary. They're just photo hosting platforms. You'll see whatever I put in the comments. Okay, so the first thing, I'm so sorry you guys, I'm so sorry, like I have to talk, I have to have a little bit of a segue and intro before just, you know, getting straight into the video. So okay, the first thing that I do when I script is I write, I am the operant power. Okay, I always get what I want no matter what. And in parentheses I wrote state and feeling. Okay, because I wholeheartedly believe that we manifest all the time. We manifest actually regardless of state. Okay, that's why the whole thing about vibrations isn't necessarily true, because you have manifested things when you were low vibrational, or when you were just down, when you were stressed. You have manifested good things. You might have even manifested, like, you know, the whole like empath narcissist paradigm. You know, I have noticed that like people can be high vibrational and still attract, you know, whoever, like, still attracts someone that's maybe not at the same level as them. Okay, at the end of the day, it's all about your assumptions and your concept of self. Okay, so I have this assumption that I manifest good things no matter what. That could be another affirmation that you use, because when it comes to my like ideal relationship with my partner, I want my partner to be there for me on the worst of days. Okay, I'm human, I go through these emotions. I, like, you know, I would love to be happy go jolly, happy go lucky all the time, but I do know that there are going to be certain days where I'm going to want my SP to, you know, be there for me when, like, I'm down. Okay, and vice versa. That's just my assumption of how healthy relationships work. Okay, obviously, hopefully those moments don't happen, like, you know, too much, but that's just what my assumption is. And so, you know, that reflects in my manifestations. I always get what I want no matter what. Okay, everything always works out in my favor. This is one of my favorite affirmations. Okay, this is just a default affirmation that I have. Okay, there have been times where, you know, like, I've had like really bad cramps, and or times where, like, you know, just something happened and I didn't have time to script, I didn't have too much time to think, you know, and I had these cramps. I'm just like, you know what, everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be fine. I didn't have time to think about like specific affirmations, like, oh, my stomach is okay, or like, I mean, I don't know, like, you know, whatever medical stuff. I just said everything always works out for me, I'm happy, I'm healthy, you know, just these are umbrella affirmations, by the way. Okay, there's a couple of affirmations. I'm reading the affirmations in the blue, and these are more like umbrella, underlying, you know, just like, yeah, the underlying affirmations that I use. There's another word, like umbrella, yeah, but these are just affirmations that help sort of like set the tone and help me get into manifesting. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why, but let me just read the last line that I have here. I always get what I want in the best form, okay, in the best way possible, because sometimes, like, you know, what I want, I do want the best for myself, okay, and I want the best for everyone, but, you know, when I say I always get what I want, I like to be surprised sometimes. I like getting things that are even better than what I expected, okay? But you can also get exactly what you want. I'm not saying you have to subscribe to that or something better. In fact, I am a true believer in the fact that you can get exactly what you want. Okay, law of attraction states that, you know, you can get either that or something better. And personally, like, you know, if you've ever been in love with someone and you're really into them, like, there can be someone out there that's better on paper, and maybe they are technically better, but like, if you're not into them, you're not into them, and you can get exactly, you know, who you want. And that's kind of what happened to me. You know, I did meet a lot of great men, okay, but you know, the SP that I wanted was also a really great man. They were like, this is like, you know, I have high standards for myself, okay? I didn't used to, but like, you know, I changed my self-concept, and, you know, this person that I'm dating right now is probably one of the best guys I've ever dated. Like, not, you know, I'm just like being honest here. Not trying to put anyone else on a pedestal or anything, but you know, there was, I guess, someone who was technically better on paper because he went to like a better school, he made more money. Yeah, but like I didn't feel the same connection with him that I did for this guy. And like this guy treats me well, okay? I'm not saying that you should settle for anyone that doesn't treat you well. In fact, this affirmation here, I always get what I want in the best form, implies that your SP will treat you well, that your SP will treat you like the queen or goddess or king or god that you are, that your SP will go above and beyond for you. Okay, best form, I don't know, for me, I kind of like the element of surprise, but in a good way. There were certain things that I manifested from my SP and he went above and beyond. Okay, I have this in another video, I don't remember which one, but I have like receipts, okay, like text messages of my SP, the guy that I'm currently dating right now, literally calling me the most beautiful woman on earth, okay? And I manifest that I'm beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, and things like that, but I never even manifested that. And like this guy just reflected that to me. Clearly I had high self-concept, and you know, yeah, like the assumption, or the phrase that I always write where I say I always get what I want in the best form, like he reflected that to me, which was so great. Okay, so yeah, that's just a personal thing that I have. So let me tell you what, that's just a personal thing that I like doing. Okay, but let me tell you what these lines that I wrote here in the blue actually represent. So this is all about declaring your power. I don't know why I'm showing you as if you can read this, but this helps declare your power to be more confident about your manifestations, okay? Okay, I remember what I was gonna say. These are blanket affirmations, okay? I kept saying like umbrella, underline. Yeah, these are umbrella affirmations. These are blanket affirmations, and I always begin scripting by using blanket affirmations. Blanket affirmations are so helpful. Like I said, if you're in a scenario where you don't really have too much time to think about things and you just want things to work out, like maybe there's a time crunch on something and like you don't have time to like think about like all these like super specific affirmations, just say everything always works out in my favor. I always get what I want in the best form possible. The universe, aka your subconscious, conspires in your favor, okay? Yeah, saying that, you know, manifestation always works, that also 100% works, okay? Yeah, so this is all about declaring your power to be more confident about your manifestations, okay? This is saying that you're the operant power gives you back your power and makes you it really impresses on your subconscious that you are the creator of your reality, which is why it's really important. In fact, I have helped some people manifest a text message or SP, and that is always what I tell them. Like, look, instead of just blindly scripting or blindly affirming, I mean, at the end of the day, do what works best for you. This is just my assumption, and this is what works best for me. But maybe if things haven't been working, this is definitely something you can try. I always say that, you know, it's very important to understand that you are the creator of your own reality and that no one else has free will. You are the only one that has free will in your reality, okay? I know this trips up a lot of people. I'm not saying that people aren't real people and you can just act whatever way. I'm just saying, you know, I always give this example, but your life is a movie, okay? And you are the director. And you get to, everyone else is just a character, everyone else is just an actor, actress, whatever, and you are literally handing them the script and telling them what to say, okay? So yeah, that's just something that helps you get into the state of manifesting, and it helps you be more confident about your manifestations and your power as a creator. That is the only, like, you know, I guess, thing that you need to believe or have confidence in, okay? Like, I'm just gonna be real with you. I've said this in other videos before, I manifested a 6-figure job right out of college, and I did not think I was going to get that. I legit thought I would get like a $40,000 job, $50,000 job. I don't know why. I had like low self-concept, but I did have the underlying assumption that everything always works out for me. Things are going to be okay. Things are going to be fine because, you know, when I was younger, you know, there was a time where I thought I wouldn't even get into college. I don't know why I thought that, okay? Like, I was decently smart. I had like a 3.9 GPA and things like that, but I guess I was just really hard on myself. But still, I had this underlying assumption that I would get into college, that things would work out for me, and I got into college. I got a really good job out of college, okay? Like, just things have always worked out. Like, I'm fine, I'm living and breathing, you know. That in itself should help you understand that, like, listen, like, you're watching this, you have internet, you have, like, you know, the means to be, you know, accessing a lot of information. Okay, sorry, I'm going a little bit on a tangent, but I really think it's important to get this impressed on your subconscious, okay? It is very important to understand that you are the only creator in your reality, and you have to stop giving your power to external things. You have to stop giving your power to the 3D, to the universe, to the vibrations. Okay, like you are the universe experiencing itself. Alan Watts said that. Okay, and you have to stop giving your power to other people and just whatever it is that you're seeing that's not in alignment with your manifestations. Okay, so yeah. Something else that I also like saying is manifestation is easy and effortless, and I always get what I want. I always get the best form of what I want fast. Okay, you can even add fast, because I love when, you know, things come to me fast. Like, we're humans, and you know, that's a getting things fast. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, for whatever reason, I've seen a lot of posts and things, and these are limiting beliefs about, you know, good things always take time, and you know, you shouldn't rush things and blah blah blah. And well, technically they're not wrong, because that's their assumption. Like, I don't see why I have to wait longer than someone else to get married to have the best life. Okay, like I know some people, you know, I'm like currently 24 right now, and you know, I have some friends that are like, you know, happily married. They're my age. You know, there's some friends, same with a job as well. Like, you don't have to get like a good job, a six-figure job when you're 25. You should be able to get that at 22, 19, 18, you know, when you're young. Like, you shouldn't have to wait for anything. Okay, and I used to have that belief that like, oh, I need to wait for things. Okay, and also the thing about marriage, I mean, do pay attention to the age and stuff. Like, as oh my gosh, I just got a notification during this video. But yeah, I guess when it comes to that kind of stuff, like, just do things legally. Okay, but my point is, like, you know, I shouldn't have to wait to be in a long-term committed relationship. I don't want to find love when I'm like, you know, 38 or 40. I mean, if that is the case, if that is something that happened to you, I mean, like, that's totally fine. Okay, but you know, I want things fast. I want to live a happy life. I want, like, you know, every single like moment, or as many moments of my life as possible, to be, you know, something like, to be full of joy, love, peace. Okay, that's yet another affirmation that you can use. Okay, yeah, so use these blanket affirmations to declare your power. And this is also a good way to talk to your subconscious. I actually wrote that in like a note here. So if we do look at that, this thing says subconscious. Okay, sometimes literally talking to your subconscious, directing your subconscious works. Okay, like, talk to your subconscious, command your subconscious, like, hey, subconscious, you know, let's do this now. This is going to be great. This is going to really work out well for us. Okay, so yeah. Wow, that was really long, but I want to make this as thorough as possible. Let me just recap everything that I said. So I am the operant power. I always get what I want no matter what. Manifestation always works 100%. Everything always works out in my favor. I always get what I want in the best form. And then you can also say manifestation is easy and effortless. I always get the best form of what I want fast. Okay, so yeah. Now we're going to go on to the purple text, which it's going to be a mix of self-love and self-concept affirmations, as well as like perfect relationship affirmations, and then also, yeah, blanket affirmations about like my ideal relationship, which I think does, you know, fit with other people's ideal conception about an ideal relationship as well. Okay, yeah, these are just going to be self-love and blanket affirmations. So the first one is, I am a queen and goddess and always treated like royalty. Okay, I love this affirmation. I feel like every time I say this, I get my manifestations, or like something good ends up happening. Okay, I am loved. I am magnetic, irresistible, and irreplaceable. I love this, and I've said this a lot of times. Okay, I say this in probably every video where I talk about my affirmations. I am chosen, chaste, pursued, prioritized, valued, and fully loved. Okay, so these are my perfect relationship blanket affirmations. Okay, so it's also in a way revision, because in my reality in the past, I unfortunately have been ghosted. I have been in, you know, kind of like toxic relationships, you know, cheated on, things like that. So now I say, you know, I am always chaste, I am always pursued, I am always prioritized, valued, and fully loved. And that implies, you know, that I never face that. Okay, like I'm gonna make a whole nother video about revision, but when you say things like I am always, or I have always been, you know, that really, like, that helps your oh my gosh, that helps your subconscious understand that, like, listen, like, you've already had a good life, a good love life. You've always had a good love life. Things have always worked out in your favor, and you know, like, the 3D will soon catch up to that. Okay, so I really like that. I would say if there's anything that you want to use regarding, if there's a really good way to make sure that, like, you know, your relationships are perfect, it would be by using these affirmations. Also, I have no idea what I just said here, but just use these affirmations. I promise you they work, they help. Okay. Yeah, because in my ideal relationship, I want to be chased, I want to be prioritized, I want to be pursued even after, you know, they have me. And that's how relationships should look like. They should be romantic throughout, not just on Valentine's Day, not just when they're trying to get you, not just when they're trying to pursue you in the beginning. It should be that way all the time. Okay, so yeah. And the whole thing about I'm irreplaceable, you know, that implies that, like, I'm never gonna get dumped, I'm never gonna get ghosted, because I'm irresistible, I'm irreplaceable. Why would they want to be with anyone else except me, right? And yeah, you know, being prioritized, I really love this affirmation as well, because it's like, you know, they won't get too busy with work or anything. I mean, I believe in a good balance. Okay, I personally believe that in a good relationship, you know, you should have your own hobbies, you should have things that, you know, you like doing on your, yeah, like your own. You should work on your material life, your career life, but like there should be a balance. Okay, and I say this because the SP that I'm with right now, like I said, he did break up with me because he had to work on his job, getting a better career. He had, like, financially, he wanted to just become more abundant, and he kind of prioritized that over me. So now I say I am always prioritized, because, like I said, in my ideal relationship, I think you should be able to learn and grow with the person that you're with. Okay, with your partner. There's no reason that, you know, you should just, like, call it quits just because you're struggling. Because I feel like, you know, when you truly love someone and you really care about someone, and vice versa, like, you know, you would be able to trust them with your problems or whatever, and, like, just learn and grow together as a couple. Okay, so yeah. That's just, again, my personal thing, but that's kind of where I got that I am always prioritized. Okay, and it works really well. I have been using this a lot, and legit, I've had other, like, previous SPs, like, other people, like, I don't really want them anymore, of course, but, like, I have had other men hit on me, people that, like, you know, I used to kind of have a thing with in the past, like, and they kind of all just came back at once. I don't know what happened, like, this, for me, I don't know, this was like Halloween 2021, but, like, so many people were hitting me up, and I just think, like, there's not a certain day that, you know, that'll, like, happen or anything. Like, I do believe in astrology, but I'm not, like, you know, talking about that. It happens whenever your subconscious wants it to happen. I did make a video on divine timing. Okay, it's all about it's all about your subconscious getting impressed, and your subconscious giving you things after, you know, affirming, persisting, which helps, you know, impress your manifestations onto your subconscious. That's when things really start moving and shifting. You are the one that creates your divine timing. You are the one that, you know, gets to dictate when you get your manifestations. Okay, and divine timing is yet another law of attraction thing, which I don't really resonate with, because there's nothing outside of you. Okay, we literally talked about us being the operant power, right? You cannot be giving your power to anything else. Don't give your power to divine timing. Don't give your power to Mercury retrogrades, to Venus retrogrades. Like, I mean, I myself do tarot readings, and I will talk about them, I will mention them, but I will also say that, like, hey, you know, we are in retrograde right now, but at the end of the day, it's about you, it's about your mindset, it's about you know, you dictating whenever you get whatever you want. Okay, there's no retrograde outside of you. You are the retrograde, or you are the planets going in direct. Yeah. Okay, so, oh, another one that I really like is I have always had happy, healthy relationships. That also implies that, like, my love life has been good, that I've never been hurt, that I've never been dumped, because I'm really tired of the narrative that, like, you know, for me, like, I'm into men, like, you know, men are, like, just so and so, like, you know, they lie, they're rude, they cheat, like, whatever. Like, I was so tired of that, and unfortunately, I guess when I did manifest, you know, there were just, like, one or two people that I didn't really have that good of a relationship with or good, you know, time with, and you know, because of that, I think that sort of lowered my confidence in relationships, and I had limiting beliefs, and I started manifesting, you know, other people being hot and cold, and that same behavior, because I had that assumption that, like, oh, this is always what ends up happening. We talk, we get close, and then they leave, and then I have to find someone else. And we talk, we get close, they leave. Yeah, like, you know what, like, there's this whole cycle that was going on, and it just, I didn't want to be in that cycle. I wanted to break out of that cycle, and I realized that, like, you know, it was my thoughts. It was not, like, every single thought necessarily, but it was my dominant assumption. It was my underlying assumption that was dictating what was happening, and I really had to change that. Okay, so one thing I always say is I have always had happy, healthy relationships. All my relationships are always happy and healthy. Like, I love the word always, okay, because that implies that you have always had it, and you're having it right now. And you know, a lot of like what you're seeing in the present sometimes does set the tone for the future, or I guess that is my assumption. Okay, just always is a powerful word. Just use it. I promise it works. It helps. Okay. um I love this affirmation. I always feel holistically safe and secure in my relationships. Okay, this ties in with everything else that I was saying about, like, you know, my old story of being broken up with, ghosted, and things like that. But now I always feel safe and secure. I am not worried about my SP texting other people or not being loyal, because I know that he's into me. I feel very secure, and you know, because I feel that way, he is reflecting just that. Okay, I literally never have to worry about like him checking out other people when we're together, or like, is he gonna leave me, or like, you know, what's gonna happen. Okay, and when you don't feel that way, when you feel like everything, yeah, when you know, don't have to worry about all those things, like it's the best feeling ever. Okay, because that's how it should be from the start. You should never have had to worry about them following other people on Instagram or flirting with other people. Okay, unfortunately, you know, this is, again, this is the old story, and I'm just telling you to tell you that I've been there, but I don't resonate with this old story anymore. I keep telling myself, no, this didn't really happen, or like, you know, even if it did happen, it's not my assumption anymore. Maybe that was some other reality. Okay, that was a video game. That was my VR goggles. Okay, that was just that was another reality entirely. But you know, now you know, I'm like really grateful and lucky to be with someone who always, like, you know, prioritizes me and values me, and like legit, me thinking that, me saying that, me affirming, me persisting that, has brought that into my 3D reality. Like legit, I have never felt so safe and secure. Like actually, when I started dating this, you know, this SP that I'm with, I was just like, it felt a little bit weird not having to worry about these things. Okay, because I was so used to thinking that way. Okay, like a lot of the times, you know, when you're used to something, it's you feel kind of like safe in that way of thinking. But if it's something that, like, you know, you don't want, then you have to take the measures to change that. I didn't want to feel safe thinking that I always had to be on my toes, that I always had to feel anxious, that I had to download apps to see, you know, who they were following and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, like I've been there. Okay, and that's why I'm like the most non-judgmental, compassionate person. Unfortunately, yeah, your girl's got her heart broken a couple times, but again, I just don't resonate with that anymore. And I'm telling you, like, when you affirm and persist for the opposite of that, when you affirm and persist that you always feel safe and secure in your relationships, you are always, you know, chosen, pursued, prioritized, valued, when you always have happy, healthy relationships, all of that goes away. Like I don't even like, I laugh at my past when that happens. Some things I don't even remember. Like, you know, there were definitely some things that people have said to me in the past, you know, when I was in relationships, that like kind of triggered me, and I don't even remember that anymore, because that is the old narrative. Like I just literally, like, I feel like that was another lifetime. Like, you know how there's certain periods of your life that you're just like, whoa, that was like literally 2 years ago. That feels like that was like a whole nother, that was either in another dimension or like a past life or something. Like that's literally how I feel. So trust me when I say these affirmations work. They are golden. They do work. Yeah, little game changer, little life changer here. Okay. I also really like the affirmation, anyone would be lucky to be with me. Okay. And then I have this other affirmation. I kind of just wrote this in the middle of this. I don't know why I did that, but I am beautiful, intelligent, and confident. That's just like a personal self-concept affirmation that I have. And then another one that I have is, I'm so grateful that I'm in my ideal relationship with a loving, caring man, or like whoever, you know, if you're into women, then write that. Yeah, this is, again, these are just my personal affirmations, but I really do like affirming from time to time that, you know, I am grateful that I'm in a, you know, happy, healthy relationship with someone who's loving, caring, kind, sensitive, someone who's attentive and affectionate. You can also use those. I didn't actually write that here, but yeah, you can use those as well. I would say this a lot when I was trying to manifest someone, when I was trying to manifest my SP. Okay, when I was single, and I still say this. Okay, I still say this. And like the thing is, I really like adding like, I'm so grateful, or like adding something instead of just saying like, oh, I'm in a happy, healthy relationship. Like, isn't it wonderful? You know, you can do an ask formation, which I'm going to make a whole nother video about, but you can like, yes, form it in a way that sounds like you're asking, like, oh, isn't it wonderful that like I'm in a happy, healthy relationship? Because like, see, for example, like when I have something, when I got my job, I mean, I was really ecstatic, I was really happy. Whenever I posted about it, I would be like, I'm so happy that I have my job, I'm so grateful that I have a job. Like, you know, you add a little bit pizzazz, so it makes it feel real, right? So I would always say, I'm so grateful, I'm so happy, or isn't it wonderful that I'm in my ideal relationship with a loving, caring partner. Okay, yeah, that's just something else that I wanted to point there. And yeah, the next couple of affirmations I'm going to tell you are just more self-love and blanket affirmations. I really like the affirmation, I'm happy, healthy, whole, and secure. I'm mesmerizing, ethereal, and stunning. Okay, literally go all out. Okay, you deserve this. You deserve to say these wonderful things about yourself. I'm always successful, prosperous, and abundant. I love this one, okay? I've manifested so much abundance with this. I know this is about manifesting an SP, but I literally did get a double promotion in 2021. That kind of came out of nowhere. I was not expecting it. Again, I didn't even believe in it, but I did know that like I would grow in my career. I did know that I would always be successful. So something that really helps with that is I'm always successful, prosperous, and abundant, okay? Good things are always happening to me. Oh my gosh, this is one of the best affirmations, okay? Like all of these are really great. Like I can't stop hyping these affirmations enough, but I really like good things are always happening to me because, you know, every time I say this, like I swear something good happens to me literally every week, and I write that down, okay? Like I take note of the things that I have manifested. I keep saying this and I need to do this, and I highly recommend you get another journal, or maybe like if you have a journal, split it into two parts where you know, you affirm and then you write down the things that you have seen in your reality, okay? Things that you have manifested. But I really like good things are always happening to me because I swear, like, it's not just weekly, it's like even like a couple times a week. There was definitely like I think a couple weeks where I had something good happen to me every day, even if it was small. So yeah, this brings about like good things, and this just helps you I don't want to say like raise your vibration because I literally like, you know, talk so much smack about the law of attraction, but it does you know, it does make you feel happy. It does make you feel good, okay? And you can manifest regardless of whatever state you're in. But just whenever good things happen to me, that does strengthen and, you know, reinforce my faith and conviction in manifestation, okay? It just makes me believe that manifestation is real, and it just helps me manifest with confidence. Okay, and again, you can manifest regardless of whatever state you're in, but I personally like that. And who wouldn't want good things to happen to them, you know? So yeah, I also write, I deserve the best. Okay, I deserve the best that life has to offer. In fact, I got that quote from Pinterest, and I had that as my wallpaper for the longest time. Another life hack, go to Pinterest and search up self-love affirmations, self-concept affirmations, pin them, okay? Make a whole board for self-love affirmations. You're gonna keep getting more of that, more of those affirmations, because that's how the algorithm works. And trust me, just log on to Pinterest first thing in the morning. If you're someone that scrolls through their social media first thing in the morning, and you just can't do that, you can't break that habit, but you're just like, I have to stop. I recommend using Pinterest. Just go on Pinterest, download the app, and scroll through these affirmations. They will really help you have the best day ever, okay? When I wake up, I either look at my journal, I start manifesting, or like I scroll through Pinterest. Like I'm gonna be honest, I do more of the latter, okay? Like I have the Pinterest app on my phone, and I get a lot of really positive affirmations that help set the tone for the day. And legit, like these last few months have been so good. I've been feeling so energized, so motivated. I've been feeling so happy, so secure. Legit, like my mental health has changed for the better. I feel less anxious. Things trigger me less. I feel less tense, okay? I'm not worried as much as I used to be in the past. Like, literal life changer, literal game changer. In fact, I should make another video about Pinterest itself because it's helped me so much. Yeah. I really like this affirmation. I am loved, I am love, I am abundance, okay? This isn't on the thing that I wrote here, but I radiate love and the universe reflects love back to me. That's actually what helped me manifest my SP in the first place. Okay, I love that affirmation. I think I saw it on like someone's TikTok channel or something, like, or someone's TikTok page, and I don't know why, but something happened, something impressed on my subconscious when I said that affirmation, and I legit ended up manifesting like the best person I've ever dated. Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna get to the specific person affirmations. Okay, do you notice how most of these affirmations were just blanket affirmations and self-concept affirmations? Okay, and I explained, pretty much every single one, and how some of them help you get into the power of manifesting, some of them help you reinforce your faith and conviction in manifesting, like help strengthen your manifesting abilities, right? So now I'm going to go to my SP affirmations. I literally only have a couple of lines dedicated to SP affirmations, because I do think that doing mostly self-concept and doing a little bit of SP or whatever specific thing you're trying to manifest affirmations is what helps bring about your specific person or whatever you're trying to manifest in the most effective way possible, and faster as well. I don't know why, but it just works. That's just my assumption. When I switched from doing, a lot of specific person affirmations to just self-concept or mostly self-concept, that's when I saw things change and move, okay? And this is yet another assumption that I have. You don't have to believe in this, but I do think that, whenever you focus on yourself, your SP or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, they focus on you as well. But if you focus too much on them, then they're going to focus on themselves. And I don't know if this is always the case, but this is something that I heard someone saying, and maybe that impressed onto my subconscious, and I kind of noticed that happening. But I noticed that whenever I shifted the focus inwards and to myself, that's when movement and started happening. That's when things really started changing. That's when I started seeing evidence of my manifestations in the 3D. Okay, by the way, that is something that you can manifest as well. I'm not completely opposed to that. I know some people are just like, oh, the 3D, you shouldn't check it at all. And I know sometimes the 3D can be triggering, but I personally like seeing evidence of my manifestations in the 3D, because like I said, it does help strengthen my faith and conviction, reinforces my faith and conviction in manifesting. So I personally like that as an affirmation, and if that's something that you like, then definitely use that as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's only a problem when you check the 3D too much, okay, and you're checking things and it's triggering you and it's causing more resistance. Okay, I'm gonna make another video about checking the 3D. It's not the worst thing you can do. Okay, I literally do tarot readings, and I from time to time have gotten tarot readings on my person, and like I would recommend maybe going to a tarot reader that's like positive. Like I do a lot of positive tarot readings. Shameless advertising here. Just as long as you're gonna be okay with that outcome, as long as you're gonna tell yourself like, hey, no matter what I see right now, I'm still gonna get my manifestation, which you are, by the way. You're gonna get your manifestation. Even if a tarot reader tells you that like, oh yeah, this person's over you, you have to move on, you will still get your manifestation. In fact, I literally saw a comment in a group that I'm in, or no, not I don't know if it was a group. No, it was on TikTok. I saw a comment about this girl who went to a tarot reader. She got a reading, and the tarot reader said, oh yeah, this person is over you, they don't have feelings for you anymore, just move on. And her next comment in that TikTok comment was that she's been happily married to that guy for like 2 years. Okay, don't let the 3D trigger you. Okay, because you're gonna get your manifestation no matter what. Maybe when she got that tarot reading, she wasn't feeling that confident in her manifestations, or maybe it was just some random thing that just appeared in her 3D. But clearly, if she's been married to her man for like 2 years, that tarot reading didn't even make sense. Tarot reading didn't even make sense, you guys. I'm talking so much, and a lot of the times, I will say it because I do tarot on my channel. I know in a way that like this is kind of giving free will to others, but they are. A lot of tarot readings are projections of how that person is currently feeling. Okay, and I say that that's giving free will, but technically no, because I'm saying that whenever I get a negative tarot reading, I just say like, what, that tarot reader's been through a lot. Maybe they hate men, maybe they hate women, or whatever. Not hate, but like maybe they have a I guess bad impression of relationships, or they have some sort of limiting beliefs about relationships, and that's why they said that, not because I'm actually not getting my manifestations or my SP doesn't love me. Like, that's the thing. You have to be so faithful to your manifestations. You just have to be faithful to the fact that manifestation works and that your SP is coming back. You just have to be faithful to the fact that manifestation is perfect, and you will always get what you want. Okay, you will always get what you want. Please understand that. I don't care if your SP themselves tells you, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore. This relationship isn't working or whatever. Make excuses. I know this is the opposite of everything that you've heard, but make excuses. They just said that because they were stressed out. And I have heard so many stories about like people's SPs saying that to them, and the next thing you know, they were back. A lot of the times people do say things that they don't mean. And again, this is just my assumption. Okay, technically everyone is pushed out and things like that, but I believe that everyone is inherently good and everyone is a good person, and that like whatever happens, just make excuses for them. Like if they're not talking to you right now, that's because they're literally sitting in their room thinking of what they want to text you. Okay, they're talking to their friends about you. If they're not talking to you, they're talking to their friends about you. Yeah, and again, I know this is the opposite of everything that you've learned growing up, everything that you've heard, but also think about it. You know, a lot of those things that you learned growing up or heard may have caused you to have limiting beliefs about relationships, and may have caused you to have maybe unpleasant relationship experiences, you know, and just unpleasant things in life, right? So it's all about changing a lot of what you've learned. It's all about changing your mentality and just thinking whatever's in your favor, okay? Just think that things are going to work out for you. Assign a positive meaning to everything. If you're not seeing movement in the 3D, that's when you actually have to start being more, you know, that's when you should start affirming and persisting. That's when you have to, like, you know, have faith in the fact that manifestation works. Okay, that's when you have to start making excuses like, no, things are always happening behind the scenes. Things are always moving. This SP is literally thinking of what they want to say to me. Maybe they're scared that I might not be receptive to them. Maybe, you know, they're embarrassed about something and they're trying to think of a way to apologize, and they're trying to think of a perfect way to come back. You know, they're literally sitting there brainstorming ideas on how they can, you know, approach me, how they can start a conversation with me, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna hit you up. They're gonna text you. They love you. They care about you. They're not outside of you, okay? No one is separate from you. Do not give your power to anything. Wow, that was a long spiel here. Let me go ahead and finally read my specific person affirmations. But honestly, everything that, you know, I get, I'm going to tell you. I don't like gatekeeping. Again, I've tried a lot of methods, and I really do feel like this is what worked best for me, and I have the assumption that this will work for anyone else, okay? Mostly self-concept affirmations, a couple of SP affirmations. I promise you will have your SP. You're gonna get them. Okay. SP and I unconditionally love each other. And say their name. I get a lot of comments asking, should you say their name or should you just say SP? I would recommend saying their name. Okay. SP and I unconditionally love each other. Or you can say SP and I have unconditional romantic love for one another. Okay. I'm so happy SP and I are happily married to each other. Okay. And be careful, just say each other. If you say you're happily married, sometimes, you know, you shouldn't have to worry about this, but like I did see some example of someone saying that, like, you know, SP and I are in a relationship, but they ended up being in another relationship. I don't know, I'm really just thorough and careful about this, but at the end of the day, your subconscious does know what you want, and you will get exactly what you want, so you don't have to worry about that, okay? But I like being as specific and thorough as possible. SP and I are happily married to each other. SP always spoils me with love, affection, attention, and gifts. That's just a personal affirmation I have. I am the only person, I'm the only woman SP has ever loved, loves, and is in love with. Okay, I am the only woman that SP has ever loved, loves, and is in love with. Okay, if you're struggling with the third party, or maybe them not committing to you or whatever, that doesn't reflect this, I promise you this one sentence, this one phrase will change things up, okay? Like, especially if you're trying to get rid of a third party. If you say you're the only person they've ever loved, they will come back to you, and that third party won't exist. That I made a whole video about this, but that third party will go away, I promise you. Yeah, so these are just a couple of the specific person affirmations I have. You can obviously make your own. Also, some of these, you know, they imply contact. So it's like if you're someone that like wants to you want to hear from your SP every single day, you're trying to manifest a text. I mean, if you were happily married, you would be in contact with each other, right? They would be texting you, they would be seeing you every single day. So, I mean, yeah, personally for me, I don't like spending too much time affirming that, oh, this person texts me every day, we always are in contact and things like that, because having a happy marriage implies that. That's why I even wrote happy marriage, and being unconditionally in love with someone also implies that. But do whatever works best for you. If you feel like that is something that you want to do, definitely go ahead and do that, okay? I also wanted to say that, like, you know, if you're trying to be in a relationship with your specific person, you're gonna have to do a lot more than just manifest a text, okay? I mean, if you're in a happy relationship with your person, again, that implies that they text you every day, right? So yeah, I mean, it is okay to manifest in steps. That's yet another video topic. You know, maybe like you want to see your SP, maybe you're in some sort of long distance situation with them and you are manifesting marriage, but you also want to see them. I guess it is okay to manifest in steps, but I don't know, personally for me, focusing on the end goal has worked better. Okay, and you know, you can even write down what your ideal relationship looks like. You can make another paragraph for that, and I've talked about this in my other video. I literally gave like the most nerdy example, but like you can declare a variable like x, aka your relationship, equals being in constant communication. Your SP calling you, texting you, FaceTiming you all the time. You seeing your SP every single day, and you know that X equals your ideal relationship. Okay, so then every time you affirm, just say I'm in my ideal relationship. You don't have to keep writing like SP always contacts me, SP always, you know, um, we always see each other every day, or like whatever your specific affirmations are. Just, you know, be like SP and I are in my ideal relationship. And I think your subconscious knows what your ideal relationship looks like, but if you want to kind of lay it out for your subconscious, if you want to kind of get clear on it, if you want like a, you know, if you want to visually like, you know, just write that down or whatever, then you can go ahead and do that. But yeah, I'm all about like, you know, intellectualizing things. Okay, my air sign placements, astrology, earth and air sign placements, whatever. But like I definitely do believe that manifestation should be easy and effortless. And I know this seems like a lot of effort, okay, but I guess I do have the underlying assumption that like, you know, you have to do something to get something, and I'm kind of working on that. Okay, I'm kind of working on like not scripting so much. I do like scripting for myself. I think it's very therapeutic, relaxing, anxiety relieving, but I personally am trying to work on, you know, just thinking and affirming in order to get my desires. In fact, I even scripted that I get whatever I want whenever I affirm or visualize, because those two things, again, this is just my old story. Like I had a hard time affirming or visualizing because my mind would be all over the place, but like now I'm just, you know, yeah, I'm like working smart instead of working hard. Okay, this isn't even really hard work. This is just, you know, working smart, thinking smart. Okay. And again, this is just my own personal method. These are just my own beliefs, my own assumptions. So do what works best for you. But manifesting should be easy. It should be effortless. It shouldn't make you feel drained. It should make you feel happy. Okay. Anytime you manifest for someone or something, you should be like, you know, you should feel good about yourself and good about the fact that, you know, manifestation is coming. Actually, no, let me backtrack that. You don't have to feel a certain way. Like I said, you can manifest whatever you want, no matter what. But my point is, like, if it's stressing you out, if it's not making you feel really good, you are allowed to take breaks. Okay, you are allowed to not script for a day or affirm. Okay, you'll still get your manifestation. It's not going to ruin your manifestation, because at the end of the day, it's all about your dominant assumptions and thoughts. And it's like, if you've been manifesting a lot, if it's really impressed onto your subconscious that you'll get whatever you want, you will get whatever you want. And again, affirming and persisting is the best way to go about actually doing that. Okay, and also, yeah, do disregard whatever I said about like it should make you feel happy. I mean, like, it should make you feel whatever way you want to feel. Okay, you don't have to feel a certain way in order to get something. Again, I'm trying to like unlearn these law of attraction beliefs, because yeah, I don't, you know, we're humans and we go through a lot of emotions, and I don't want my anxiety to manifest. I don't want my intrusive thoughts to manifest. Also, just letting you know, they don't. Okay, they don't. I have this assumption that my intrusive thoughts don't manifest. My anxiety doesn't manifest, because we think 60,000 thoughts a day. Imagine if every single one of them manifested. I don't even think we'd be able to have that many thoughts if we kept seeing, you know, so many things. I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem probable, right? So again, it's only your dominant assumptions that manifest, and these really help impress, you know, onto your subconscious that you will be in a happy, healthy, committed relationship, that, you know, your SP will conform, your SP will come exactly as you desire them. Heck, they'll even surprise you, they'll even go above and beyond. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna give you a couple more affirmations that I have here. Like I said, I like affirming. I always see 3D evidence of my manifestations. I also like this one affirmation about my SP. SP didn't know what love was until they met me. Okay, yeah. I guess that's similar to I'm the only person SP has ever loved, is in love with, will ever be in love with. Yeah, you know. I also write, I am everyone's favorite everything, and people only remember positive things about me. This is a total game changer as well. I am so thankful for all my blessings. All my relationships have always been happy, healthy, and beautiful. I know I wrote that, but I like writing like beautiful, like my relationships are beautiful. I like thinking of, you know, love in a positive way. I used to think like love would destroy, love would be like it wasn't even real, and like I used to have all these like negative thoughts, and I'm just like, that doesn't have to be the case. Okay, I used to get so triggered whenever I would see couples and, you know, people hugging and kissing, and I'm just like, you know what, it does not have to be that way. I don't want to be triggered when I see that. In fact, I changed my way of thinking. Every time I see a couple that's in love, that, you know, is all lovey-dovey, showing PDA, I think that, hey, this is a sign that I'm gonna get that too, and I have that. Like, I'm really happy I have that. And I used to think that way even when I was single. At first I would get kind of triggered, but then I realized, like, hey, I'm only getting triggered because I'm telling myself that I don't actually have that. I'm letting the 3D have power over me, okay? Whereas I should have power over it. I should have control over my thoughts. I should never let my thoughts control me. I'm always in control of my thoughts. That's yet another affirmation you can use, okay? I'm always in control of my thoughts. My thoughts always work out in my favor. I only think positive thoughts, or only my positive thoughts manifest, okay? I really like that last affirmation. Yeah, but that really does imply that, you know, you will be in a beautiful relationship, and like all these other couples, I just take it as a sign that that's gonna happen for me. Whenever I see someone buying a car, becoming a millionaire, or something positive happening, I'm just like, hey, that's gonna happen for me too. Okay, that's just the way that I think now. If you're into like spirituality, I guess you're in the vibrational vicinity of that. Okay, again, you know, if you believe in vibrations, that's fine, but you don't have to in order to manifest. I'm just letting you know. Okay, I also write, I am a dream come true. I'm a wish fulfilled. It's funny because I do tarot, and I've been getting 9 of Cups a lot, and that has to do with the dream come true. And like, I like affirming that I'm a dream come true for my SP. Like, I am my specific person's dream girl. If you're kind of like, let's say, annoyed by the fact that maybe you're not your SP's type, or your SP only goes after women or men with a certain look or hair color or something like that, you can just say, I am their dream girl, I am their favorite girl, I'm their dream guy, I'm their favorite guy, okay? You don't have to pay attention to that, okay? The 3D is an illusion. The 3D is just some random reality, and if you don't like it, just swipe left on it, okay? Just be like, no, I don't like this. This is some video game. This is some VR reality goggles that I have, and I'm trying to shift to another realm, another territory. If you've ever played video games, you get to, like, you know, change. If you've ever played Mario Kart, you get to change, like, you know, the territory, and just, yeah. I'm getting, sorry. I talk too much, but it's something that's personally helped me, and again, I'm just trying to be as thorough as possible. I really like this affirmation. Please use this. I only attract the best versions of people. Okay, that implies that people will always treat you with respect and love and kindness, and they'll be sensitive to your feelings. They'll care about you, okay? Yeah, you can also affirm, I'm always treated with love and respect. Okay, that also works as well. But I really like the whole thing about best versions, because that just implies that, like, you'll have pleasant, happy, healthy relationships with other people, okay? And yeah, let's go ahead and read a couple more affirmations. Okay, I swear I'm almost done. I really like this affirmation about everything I want wants me more. Good things are always happening to me. I don't know why I wrote that twice. I write that a lot these days, okay, and it works. My 3D reality definitely reflects that. My love is always reciprocated. What's unrequited love? Never heard of her. Bye, Felicia. Okay. People always match my energy. So maybe, you know, in the past, and this is definitely something you should drop, you could have been in a relationship, like, you should drop the old story of you being in a relationship where maybe you did too much, you gave too much, you gave a lot of your time, attention, effort. That's not the case anymore. People always match your energy. Your lover always reciprocates. Everything that you do, all the love, attention, time, energy, effort that you give to your partner, they give that back to you. Okay, and let me tell you, this is something I've personally experienced. This guy that I'm dating right now, I don't think anyone, like, I mean, I've had SPs that I really like, but the way that he matches my energy, like, I don't think, this is my soulmate. Like, I don't think I've met anyone that matched my energy like that. Like, you know, I really like gift giving. That's my love language. And this one random day I got him a chocolate bar. The next day he got me like a whole pack of like I can never pronounce it, Ferrero Rocher candies, chocolates, okay? I still have them. Actually, can't see it. It's behind my chair. And yeah, he would just always give me gifts, and we would give each other gifts, and like, he caught on, okay? Like, I like giving gifts, and I really like wearing this emerald choker. I'm not wearing it right now, but he noticed that I have, you know, like, I wear this emerald choker, and he got me emerald earrings, okay? Like, yeah, maybe that's the bare minimum for some people, but like, again, like, you know, I was very appreciative for that, and he really matched my energy, and I really like that he paid attention to little details. That's also something that, you know, you can manifest. Legit, I'm being treated so well. And if someone like me, like, that has gone through so much in the past, that has gone through so much in relationships in the past, can completely change their reality, you can as well. Okay, so yeah. Also, for some of you that, you know, are dealing with someone who has emotional baggage, maybe they have trust issues, something else that I like saying is they're over their emotional baggage, they're healed. Okay, um, you don't have to say this, but if you're spiritual, like, their heart chakra is open, or yeah, just say that, you know, they're open and receptive to my love, and I'm open and receptive to love as well. We're both open and receptive to each other's love. Okay, so yeah. One other thing that I like, and I'm gonna make a whole video about this, is you can do truth affirmations. So it's like, if you're in your feels about someone, if you're really like simping for someone, which is totally fine. If you feel for someone, that means you have the capability to love, and that is like one of the most beautiful things ever. Okay, like, you're a beautiful soul. Okay, like, you having feelings, you liking people, you wanting the best for people, like, you're an amazing person. Okay, I just wanted to put that out there. But if you find yourself fantasizing about someone, or you're really in your feels about someone, and you miss someone, you can say, I miss SP and SP misses me too. I love SP and SP misses me too. Every time I think about my specific person, he thinks about me too, or she or they think about me too. Okay, everything that you're feeling, turn it, flip the script. Okay, if you're feeling that way, they're feeling that way too. And, you know, I was gonna say that, you know, this is technically giving them free will, but actually no, it's not giving them free will, because you are telling them to feel that way. You're telling them that they feel that certain way about you every time you think of them. Okay, so again, you command your subconscious, you are the operant power in your reality. Everything goes as you say. Okay, so this just helps, because maybe if you have a hard time believing your affirmations, which by the way is completely fine, but if it's something that, like, you know, you just, if you want like a little bit more, and like, you want things to feel real, you can say, you know, truth affirmations. You can, I like calling them like truth affirmations, because it's like, the first part is definitely true. Okay, the second part is true too. The second part is definitely true too. You have to say that, but say, I love SP and SP loves me too. Every time I think of my SP, they think of me too. Okay, my SP feels for me as deeply as I feel for them. Every time I find myself fantasizing about my specific person, they're fantasizing about me too. I think about my SP before I go to bed. My SP thinks about me before they go to bed, and the first thing when they wake up in the morning. Okay, so yeah. Okay, wow, this is a really long video. I was not expecting it to be this long, but again, I like to be as thorough as possible, and I really hope this helps someone. Okay, yeah, let me know if you have questions about anything, or any sort of topics you want to see about manifesting using the law of assumption, or if there's any questions you had about this video, or yeah, you know, I will address them either in a future video or answer them if I can. And yeah, I wish you all the best. You're gonna get your manifestations. Another reminder that your manifestation is literally on its way to you. Things are changing, things are shifting, things are moving behind the scenes. Okay, your manifestation is on its way to you right now. Your SP is conforming to your beliefs and your desires. Your SP is the best version of themselves, and yeah, they're getting ready to come back to you. They're so into you, they're so in love with you. You're gonna have an amazing relationship. You're gonna have that perfect career, perfect relationship. You're gonna be in Barbados, as Neville said. Okay, you deserve the best. You deserve the best of everything, and you will get the best of everything. Okay, so I will for real end the video right here. Thank you so much once again. I will see you all next time.